Yo, so we finally got these spoilers after 2 weeks of being in a complete drought. Like, it's about time. And you know what the saddest part of this is? We have another break next week. Ah! So we finally find out why God Valley actually happened to begin with. First part of the spoiler, right? It turns out that the Rocks pirates have a tendency to stab each other in the back. And this does not surprise me in any capacity when you think about it. Like, you have a crew who eventually go on to be the 4 emperors of the One Piece world. With power levels that are that dangerous, I'm not really surprised why they be out here doing each other dirty. And it doesn't really surprise me why they ended up losing in God Valley to the Roger Pirates and the world government, or Garp's clique. So Harold actually saved an ally from world government agents, and it turns out that kind of rubbed the world government the wrong way. I mean, they were the ones who took him out anyway, so all we really needed was just an explanation for why this actually happened. Rocks comes back to Elbaph and he is still trying to draft Harold. Bro, it has been years. You are not getting that draft, bro. At this point, just let it go and move on with your life. So Garp actually asked Kong if they can allow the Giants to join the world government, or the Marines more or less. And basically they're not allowed to. Apparently there's a whole thing going on between them. I would like to kind of see the conversation a little bit more in depth, just to see the reason for why they can't actually allow the Giants to join. Just because, well, the Giants did eventually join, because we did see a couple Giants back at Marineford. But I'm kind of like, well, how did that actually play out? But that's just me. So we finally get to it. Shakky is the reason for why God Valley actually went down. It turns out she quit the Kucha Pirates. She basically had had enough of the independent lady lifestyle. She got sick and tired of paying for all those dates. And she was like, you know what? I want a real man to take care of me. So she set up her own bar in Hachinosu. And it turns out they pulled a Ginny and she got kidnapped. And you know what makes it so crazy? I don't really understand how the world government were able to infiltrate Hachinosu. Now, let's break it down a little bit. Like, you think of the powers in Hachinosu, right? Between Kaido to Big Mom to Whitebeard to Rocks. They bypassed all these dudes, unless they went on a day where they had conveniently left the island and stuff. We don't know those details or anything. But let's just say hypothetically, they was all there. They bypassed all those men and women, because, like, you know, and like they managed to kidnap Shakky. And you know what makes it a bigger problem is that, you see, I don't know what Shakky has under that hood, but it turns out that she turned all the men in Hachinosu into complete simps, because they were just falling for her left, right, and center. And of course, Roger came to God Valley because, you know, he messed with the Kucha Pirates, he messed with Shakky and everything. But let's be real, I mean, the way she was looking at Rayleigh, like, come on, like, you know, he, like, right, like, I mean, I would have pulled up too. I mean, I ain't no simp or nothing, whatever, but like, you know what it is though. You know what it is. So the 5 elders send a message to Harold, and they basically sit there and tell him they're gonna allow Elbaph to join the world government, but he gotta take out Rock's Disa back. And of course, this is probably what led to Harold being taken out, because my boy ain't no rat. He ain't no snake. I mean, I don't think he entirely agrees with what Rocks is doing, but I don't see him sitting there and deciding, you know what, like, you know, I was cool with you, Rocks, but I'm gonna take you out because the world government ain't gonna let me in or whatever. Nah, I don't see him doing that. So it's definitely the 5 elders who took him out. That confirms it, in my opinion. This really tells us why God Valley actually happened, and I'm definitely curious about all those intricate details, because now if it's because Shakky got took, who took her? When did they take her? And when Roger and Garp went there, at this point, they're all going for the same person, right? So was they just fighting over Shakky or something? Or was there like another alternative reason for why they fought? Because if they're going after the same person, at this point, why they even fight each other? That doesn't even make any sense. But I don't know. These are just brief spoilers and stuff. We are on break again next week. I don't really mind it because I got midterms due. I got midterm assignments. I got final semester assignments all due. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't really keep up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm even having to diversify the content. I don't even do spoiler videos and stuff and all that. I read the spoilers. I don't really share them on my channel and stuff. But I think I might, just to kind of diversify the content, put out more content out there and stuff that people are actually looking for. But that's just me. But yeah, either way, if you like this and you're enjoying it, this is a little acapella. I mean, ain't no fancy editing with it, but don't get it twisted though. Them reviews still gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you mess with it, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button too. And yeah, I'm gonna see you when them full spoilers come out. Bye.